The evening of March 13, 1997, began like any other in the vast, arid landscape of Arizona. But as darkness fell, an event of unprecedented scale and mystery started to unfold. It began with a series of strange lights reported in the northwestern skies, near the Nevada border. A man in Henderson, Nevada, was the first to report a massive, V-shaped object. He described it as having a distinctive shape, like a colossal carpenter's square, adorned with several amber lights. The object moved with a silent, deliberate grace that defied conventional explanation. Soon, reports flooded in from across Arizona as the object traversed the state. Witnesses in Prescott, a city north of Phoenix, described the same silent, mile-wide craft. They noted its 5 distinct lights, arranged in a perfect V formation. The craft's sheer size was its most reported and bewildering characteristic. Many observers estimated it to be larger than several football fields combined. Unlike any known aircraft, it produced absolutely no sound as it passed overhead. This profound silence was as unsettling as the object's visual appearance. By approximately 8:30 p.m., the V-shaped craft reached the Phoenix metropolitan area. Here, tens of thousands of residents would become unwitting witnesses. People poured out of their homes, stopped their cars on highways, and stared at the sky. The object moved slowly, allowing ample time for observation. Its lights were described not as piercing beams, but as soft, glowing orbs. One family claimed the craft flew so low they could see its metallic structure. They described a dark, non-reflective surface that seemed to absorb the city lights below. The object blocked out the stars as it passed, a moving patch of absolute blackness. Among the witnesses was the then governor of Arizona, Fife Symington III. An experienced pilot himself, he dismissed known aircraft as an explanation. He would later describe the craft as otherworldly and enormous. However, in the immediate aftermath, he publicly downplayed the event to prevent panic. His initial press conference famously featured an aide dressed in an alien costume. This act of levity was a stark contrast to his private convictions. The V-shaped object continued its silent journey southeast, towards Tucson. It seemed to follow major roadways and population centers on its path. The entire duration of this first event lasted for over an hour, left thousands of people in a state of shock and wonder. But the night's strange phenomena were not yet over. Around 10:00 p.m., a second, distinct set of lights appeared. These were a series of stationary, amber-colored orbs. They were seen in a steady line, hanging in the air over the Sierra Estrella mountain. This second event was captured on numerous video cameras and photographs. The footage, though often shaky and of low quality, became iconic. It showed a string of lights appearing, hovering for several minutes, and then vanishing. The lights seemed to disappear as if being turned off by a switch. The following day, the media frenzy began. News channels and papers across the country picked up the story. The sheer number of witnesses made the event impossible to ignore. Luke Air Force Base, located near Phoenix, initially claimed to have no information. They reported no unusual aircraft activity on their radar. This initial denial only deepened the public's suspicion. How could something so large and widely seen go unnoticed by the military? Days later, an official explanation was finally offered. The military stated the 10:00 p.m. lights were high-altitude flares. They were identified as Lu-12B illumination flares dropped by A-10 aircraft. The aircraft were reportedly on a training exercise at the Barrium Goldwater Range. The flares, dropped from thousands of feet, would ignite and fall slowly. Their slow descent, combined with atmospheric conditions, could create the illusion of hovering. The lights disappeared as they fell behind the distant mountain range. This explanation seemed plausible for the second sighting. Many skeptics and official sources consider the flare theory to be the definitive answer. However, a large number of witnesses vehemently disagreed. They argued that the lights maintained a perfect, unwavering geometric formation. Flares, being subject to wind, would drift and separate over time. Some witnesses also reported the lights vanished instantaneously, not sequentially. Furthermore, the flare explanation did not account for the first sighting. The massive, silent V-shaped craft remained entirely unexplained by the military statement. The official response attempted to conflate the two separate events. They suggested the V-shape was simply a formation of 10 jets. But witnesses were adamant that they saw a single, solid object. The lack of engine noise from the jets was a major point of contention. A-10 aircraft are notoriously loud, especially at low altitudes. The debate between UFO and flares has continued for decades. Dr. Lin Kitai, a physician and key witness, became a prominent researcher of the event. Her photographs and videos are among the most analyzed pieces of evidence. She argues that the lights demonstrated intelligent control. The controversy led to public pressure for more information. Governor Symington eventually held another press conference years later. This time, he admitted he saw the craft and believed it was extraterrestrial. His confession lent significant credibility to the witnesses' claims. He stated his duty to avoid mass hysteria was his reason for the initial deception. Phoenix lights remain a cornerstone of modern UFO lore. It is one of the few mass sightings with thousands of witnesses from diverse backgrounds. The incident highlights the difficulty in discerning truth from illusion. Was it a secret military craft, far beyond known technology? Or was it a genuine visitation from another world? Or could it all be a misunderstanding of conventional phenomena? The first event, the V-shaped craft, is the hardest to dismiss. Its silence and scale are the two factors that defy the jet formation theory. No known terrestrial aircraft possesses that combination of attributes. The second event, the flares, has a more grounded, if contested, explanation. Yet, the witnesses' insistence on a stable formation remains a powerful counter-argument. Could thousands of people, including trained observers, be mistaken? The power of collective expectation can be a potent force for illusion. However, the consistency of the reports across hundreds of miles is staggering. From Henderson to Phoenix to Tucson, the story of the V-craft was the same. The secret truth of the Phoenix lights is likely a complex tapestry of events. It's possible the second event was indeed military flares, as officially stated. This could have been a convenient cover for the much stranger first event. By focusing public debate on the flares, attention was diverted from the V-craft. This would be a classic strategy of misdirection. The V-shaped object could have been a classified military prototype, a silent, massive reconnaissance drone, or a new type of bomber. Its silent propulsion system would be a closely guarded secret. This theory explains the object's physical presence without resorting to extraterrestrials. It also explains the military's secrecy and initial denials. They would be protecting a multi-billion-dollar defense project. But this theory doesn't satisfy everyone, especially Governor Symington. His description as otherworldly suggests something beyond human technology. Could an experienced pilot mistake a secret plane for an alien craft? This leads back to the most extraordinary and least provable explanation. The idea that the Phoenix lights were a genuine UFO sighting. That the V-craft was a vessel not of this earth. Its silent, graceful journey was not a test flight, but a survey. This explanation aligns with the profound sense of wonder and strangeness reported by witnesses. It honors their conviction that what they saw was not ordinary. But without physical evidence, it remains a matter of belief. No wreckage was ever found, no landing sites discovered. The craft, whatever it was, simply vanished back into the night. The Phoenix Lights incident is a modern myth in the making. It reflects our anxieties and hopes about our place in the universe. Are we alone? Or are we being watched? The event forces us to question the boundary between the known and the unknown. It challenges our trust in official narratives. The discrepancy between witness testimony and official explanation is at the heart of the mystery. One side speaks of a solid craft, the other of jets and flares. The truth may lie somewhere in the middle, a combination of factors. Perhaps a secret craft's test flight was coincidentally followed by a flare drop. This would allow the military to use the flares to explain away all the sightings. This composite theory is compelling to many investigators. It acknowledges the validity of the flare explanation for the second event, but it also honors the powerful testimony regarding the V-shaped craft. It suggests a truth that is layered and complex, not simple. The pilots of the A-10s who dropped the flares have since come forward. They confirmed their mission that night, adding weight to the official story. But they can only speak to what they did, not what others saw. The mystery of the first object, the silent giant, persists. It has become a legend whispered in the desert. A story of a night when thousands looked up and saw the impossible. Whether it was a product of advanced engineering or otherworldly visitation, it changed them. The Phoenix Lights remain an unsolved and deeply compelling chapter in modern history. The event serves as a powerful reminder of the vastness of the unknown. It fuels the human desire to explore, to question, and to seek answers. The debate continues in documentaries, books, and online forums. New witnesses occasionally emerge, adding small details to the grand narrative. But the core mystery, the secret truth, remains just out of reach. Was it flares, jets, or visitors from the stars? Perhaps the most honest answer is that we still don't know for sure. And that uncertainty is the most enduring legacy of the Phoenix Lights.